In an alternate universe, I'd be saying that Food Wars' 5th season was airing right now. But of course, due to the coronavirus, that isn't true, with the show only airing 2 episodes before it had to be delayed. So while we wait for the final season to properly air, let's take a look back at the creation of the series thus far. Here are 5 things you need to know about Food Wars, Shokugeki no Soma. Food Wars began with the art. The writer, Yuto Sukeda, wanted to create a manga that really highlighted artist Saeki's work. Before Food Wars, Saeki was mostly known as a hentai artist, under the name Tosh. The original concept for the story was about a girl who eats really good food and goes into ecstasy. That concept then got developed into the story of Food Wars. Although now that they'd established that characters would rip off their clothes, they needed to get creative and have even more ways to demonstrate how good the food is through images. For most manga, you have a duo, a mangaka and an editor, and then maybe some assistants. But Food Wars has a mega team. You have the author, Yuto Sukeda, you have the artist, Saeki, you have the editor, and then you have the professional chef consultant, Yuki Morizaki. So when the team has a meeting, there's a lot of voices at the table as they discuss the story and new recipes. In 2015, Morizaki released an official cookbook for the series with recipes of all of Soma's bizarre creations, along with the more conventional dishes by the other characters. One of the people taking full advantage of these recipes is the Warner Bros. Producer for the anime, Nora Kodohi. From the start of the broadcast, she's been creating the food from the show, starting with episode 1's Gotcha roast pork. She's not always happy with all the results, but has kept at it due to the positive reception on social media. For many people, it's not necessarily about creating an exact replica, but instead the joy of realizing that the recipes used in the show do actually work in real life. When the staff for the anime was announced, I was a little confused. Director Yoshitomo Yonatani has a lot of experience, but he's mainly known as a legendary mecha director, mostly known for his work on The King of Braves' Gal Geiger in the late 90s. But this image of him changes somewhat when you look at his Twitter. He's constantly posting food reviews of everything he eats, which is primarily curry. He's even purchased his own spices to supplement the curries he buys. I've even managed to get some good recommendations from him myself. So if you want to see production materials for Shokugeki no Soma, or cheap Japanese food reviews, make sure to follow Yonatani on Twitter. You may be aware of this already, but I have to make sure. A few years back, Sukeda's editor suggested something called Shokugeki no Sanji, a 1-chapter spin-off of One Piece featuring Sanji in his days before joining Luffy's crew. Sukeda worked flat out to get this done, while also publishing weekly chapters of Food Wars. The result is something that even One Piece author Eiichiro Oda demanded get an anime adaptation, which actually caused a bit of a fuss, because the anime producers behind Food Wars and One Piece are completely different. So good luck to getting that sorted out. Thanks for watching OTAQUEST in Japan. Feel free to subscribe to find out more about the art and creation of Japanese pop culture.